guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be focusing on the kitchen and like dining room nook area. I need to declutter underneath my cabinets. I also need to clean on top of my fridge because I have not done that since we moved in, so it's almost been a year, and I have like clutter on the countertops. So we're going to be doing some serious all day cleaning motivation. We're going to be decluttering, organizing, deep cleaning, all of that good stuff. So I hope you guys are ready for some serious cleaning motivation. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video. I ended up basically cleaning my kitchen all day long. It was like once I got started, I was on a roll and just didn't want to stop. So as you can see, I'm starting off by wiping down my cabinets. I figured I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. I really needed to wipe them down because this cabinet over here, that's where the kids sit. You know, it's kind of near the little island area, and there's always food splattered on there. Every time I look over, there's like a new mess. So I had to wipe it really good over there. The rest of the cabinets weren't that bad, but I'm just gonna wipe them down, and then we're gonna be tackling on top of the refrigerator because, like I said, it had been almost a year, so you can imagine the amount of dust that was sitting on top of there. This has definitely become a place where I kind of just throw anything that I don't know where to put, or if it's like something that I don't want the kids to really see, like their extra bubbles and the Orbeez and stuff like that, I just kind of throw it on top of here. So I had so many random things on top of my fridge. So I went ahead, pulled everything down so I could go through it, figure out where they need to go, if there was anything that I could throw away, and then we're gonna wipe it down really good.
Mornings in our own bed, so much better. Balconies and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together?
The Orbeez are almost all gone, but I do like saving this little container, and I went ahead and stored like the kids' bubbles and outside stuff in here for whenever we use it. I actually don't do the Orbeez in the house anymore just because it was really tearing up my vacuum. If you guys have been here for a while, then I'm sure you've seen me vacuum up those Orbeez more than once. And I just noticed that the front of my vacuum, which I still need to clean it, I've been neglecting it, but like the front of the vacuum where the little air vents are, it's like wet, like white old water dripping down the front of my vacuum, and it's from when I vacuumed up all those Orbeez, and my vacuum was just starting to sound weird when it ran. So I was like, you know what, I can't do that anymore. And it's not like I can just sweep up the Orbeez because they bounce everywhere. Like, you have to use a vacuum. So I figured Orbeez will now be an outside toy. We actually put them in our water table. So if you guys are looking for some ideas for the summer, if you have little ones, I mean, even my 9-year-old and my 6-year-old still love playing with Orbeez. So we actually fill the water table up with them, and they just play with them outside. And then, you know, whenever they're done, they're in the grass and they just like shrivel up really small, so you don't even realize they're in your yard. At least I don't. So that's just a fun little idea if you guys are looking for something to do and you too don't want to put Orbeez in your house.
And I know I've been acting strange for a while.
But now that the fridge is nice and clean, we are heading above my microwave, which is actually where we store all of our warranties. So this is a pretty new house. We bought it almost a year ago. So we have all our warranties and like all the paperwork and stuff that they give you when you first move in. I just threw it up there, that way I wouldn't lose it. So I had to go through that. Plus I had all my cookbooks, and like we used to get HelloFresh meals in the mail. So I do have like all those recipes just kind of thrown up there. So I really wanted to organize everything, throw away any of the trash that was up there, and like paperwork that was like more important. I wanted to go file it in the file box. So clearing all that out and wiping it down because it was pretty dusty up there.
You close, closer than before, and no one knows that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings.
Now y'all know, if you've been here for a while, this coffee bar area is my true catch-all. This is where I put my mail, all the junk that's like on the countertops that I don't know where to put. I just shove it all over here, and this pile was starting to get outrageous. I had way too much over here. So we're gonna go through all the unopened mail, all the junk. We're gonna get rid of it, clear it away. I've actually been doing a pretty good job of keeping it cleared off, but it's so hard. I feel like there's always one spot in your house where you just kind of collect all the clutter. You don't mean to do it, but it's like when you're in a rush or when you're trying to like make the house look tidied up if people are coming over. We just have a tendency to have like one spot that just collects everything. Let me know if you guys have a spot like that in your house. Where is it at? Because I don't know, mine has always been in the kitchen, which is kind of weird when you think about it, because the kitchen is kind of like the heart of the house where everyone really hangs out. You think I would pick a different area to hide my junk, but nope, I just stick it right there.
I'm not overthinking feelings. I just need you to know that I want you close, closer than before.
This cabinet right here above the coffee pot is another spot that's kind of a catch-all where if I don't know where something goes, I stick it in here. So I just wanted to go through everything, see if there was stuff I could get rid of or find a better place to put it at. I'm really bad about just like having spots for random junk. I don't know. So we're just gonna go through it, get it cleaned up. I was really in the decluttering mood this day. Like, I don't know what it is. Once you get that momentum going, you just get in the mood to start cleaning everything. The only reason I had to stop near the end of this video is because my daughter Adrienne, she's 9 years old and she is in soccer now. So I had to quickly take them to soccer practice. So that is really the only reason why I stopped in the kitchen, because I was in the mood. I was ready to start decluttering the whole house. But I focused on the kitchen this day, and then actually at the end of this video, I will be sharing a really delicious meatball recipe. It's healthy and so good. The kids loved it. My husband loves them. So make sure you stick around. It is a HelloFresh recipe. No, I'm not sponsored. They never sent me these meals. This is like something that I bought with my own money. And of course, I wanted to save all the recipes because they were just so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one of the recipes with you guys. I'll try to write out everything down in the description so you guys can follow along, but it's seriously so good.
I wanna mean something to you. Let's be in love, it's up to you. I met him at the coffee bar. He asked me how to keep me coming. Now who the hell you think you are? 'Cause I could never be your darling. 'Cause you go round and around till you trip and you're falling down. Oh, still got the spark in your eyes, but for what you were losing your mind, your mind. Ooh, don't wanna be your substitute. I wanna mean something to you.
Now I'm gonna tackle down here. This is such a mess. These are all of our containers, a few baking dishes. I really need to downsize. We have way too many. I never use this many containers at once. So I really don't need all this. So let's quickly see what I can get rid of. I have been using this like white basket to store the Tupperware in, but I just find that it becomes a big mess and I can't find anything. So my goal today was to go through the containers, see which ones I don't have matches for so I can discard those, and then match up the containers and stack them neatly down here, just to see if it was just more functional for me, because the basket really just wasn't working. You guys know my kids do the dishes, so whenever they pick up the dishes, they just throw everything down here. So every time I'm trying to find a container, I just can't find anything. So the goal right here is to get it more organized and functional. So we're gonna get to it. But I wanted to ask you guys, how is your summer going so far? If you have kids at home, what have you been doing? Have you went anywhere fun and exciting? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. I actually just recently got back from a girls trip, which was so much fun, you guys. I have never done a girls trip, and I've never left the kids for longer than a couple hours. So this was the first time that I was away from both my husband and my kids for an extended period of time. I was gone for 4 days, and I met up with a YouTuber. I'm sure if you guys have been following me, you've heard me talk about her before. We've been friends for a really long time. Her cleaning channel is Happily Ever Becca, and we met up and we had the best time down in Key West. If you guys are interested in seeing that vlog, I will put it up in the cards for y'all to check out, but it was such a great breakaway. I was really nervous, like setting up the trip. I was nervous about leaving the family, especially because, like I said, I've never done this before, and I was just like worried, like how would the kids do? How would I do being away? But it was so good, not only for my mental state, but also for my marriage. Like I feel like now that I've come back, like, I don't know, just me and my husband were like even more connected. We were just like super excited to see each other again. So I don't know, just all around, it was a really awesome trip, and I'm so glad that I did it. We definitely plan on doing one again, because it was just so much fun. So definitely recommend for you mamas out there that are like really hesitant to take a girls trip and get away. I definitely say do it, because it just refreshes everything. Like you come back just super happy and ready to be the best mom ever. So definitely recommend making a girls trip. And then really soon we are going to be traveling to Virginia for visit. Like both of us are from Virginia, so our families are back there. So we usually make a trip every single summer, and the kids are beyond excited. They love going there, especially because we go to the beach and, you know, we just get to see everybody. So really soon we're going to be going to Virginia, and I cannot wait to do that. I will be vlogging that too. So if you guys are into vlogs and stuff, make sure you check out my other channel, which is Ashley's Busy Life. I do tons of vlogs over there, but I'd love to know about y'all's trips. If you've already taken them, or if you're about to do one, let me know what you're doing. I'd love to hear about it. It is looking so much better down here. I went ahead and like stacked some containers together to help condense them down, and then that way whenever I'm looking for something, I put like the same shape together. So like the square ones I stacked together, the round ones I put together. So it has definitely been working out so far, and the kids have been keeping it a lot more organized now that I organized it like this. This is everything that I no longer need. I have tons of lids that have no matches, so this can all be discarded. Now that I've gotten a ton of decluttering done in the kitchen, it's time to do some deep cleaning. So first I'm gonna go ahead, pick up the dishes. I did have a dishwasher full, so we're gonna go ahead, empty the dishwasher, load up the few things that are in the sink, and then we will be tackling my drain and like the filter in the dishwasher, because when I started loading it back up, I realized how disgusting it was down there. So we're going to be tackling that, because it had been probably a couple months since I've done it, And now that my daughter does the dishes, she just leaves so much food on the dishes that it gets clogged up really quick, even though I keep telling her to rinse them well, you know, children. But at least she's doing the dishes. I can't complain too much.
If you don't mind, we will dance till it's way past 3. Another course that we can fly with the baseline. I know. Boys be boys, ain't no excuse, babe. Now hey you, oh hey you. I know you can find someone better. Oh hey you, oh hey you.
So I was looking at our fish tank the other day and I noticed that the filter is looking really disgusting. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull that out and clean it. That way the filter is nice and cleaned up. I was only planning on cleaning the filter just because it looked really gross, and all I did was rinse it. I didn't use any soap or anything on the actual filter. I did use some soap on the plastic part because it was so gunky and nasty, like slimy feeling. So I wanted to clean that really well. And the fish tank wasn't quite ready for the like water to be cleaned out. It wasn't too bad. So I decided just to clean that filter just so it wasn't like rotating that nasty, you know, gunky stuff all throughout the water. And pretty soon I do plan on cleaning out the water. I actually bought some new little marbles to go at the bottom of the fish tank. They're like blue and clear, and I think it's gonna look really pretty in the kitchen area. So next time I change the water, I will be doing that. It is definitely time to clean this dishwasher. You can tell my daughter does the dishes and leaves tons of crap on them, so we gotta get this cleaned out. So the way that I clean mine is just kind of scoop up all of the food and stuff that's at the bottom and just discard it. And then the filter is so easy. You just turn it counterclockwise. It comes right out. You can rinse it, wash it, get all of the gunky stuff off of it, and then you just put it back in and turn it clockwise and it goes back in, and it makes a big difference in your dishwasher. So if you've noticed that your dishes aren't getting clean, or you know, there's just like residue left behind, definitely clean your filter. It's super simple, way easier than I ever thought it was. So I really do try to do this, you know, at least every month or two. Sometimes I slack, but it really is worth the time to just pull it out and clean it.
The world was upside down and you were gone. I couldn't see. It's all in me. Still falling in a dream. Down in me. Waking up in my cold sweat. Feel like I am deep in debt without you. I'm sitting up in my lonely bed, wondering what I just said to you. I'm holding back the tide of waterfall. A single drip could make it all come down. I'm reaching up for you, higher and higher.
It was definitely time for me to wipe down my stovetop. Thankfully, it was just crumbs on there, not a bunch of stuck-on stuff. So a little all-purpose spray and my microfiber cloth took it right off.
Standing by the edge of night and day. A single drip could make it all come down. I'm reaching up.
Now that the countertops are nice and cleared off and I did the dishes, it's time to finish up here in the kitchen, and I needed to wipe the lower cabinets. These ones definitely had a lot more stuck on things, so I wanted to thoroughly wipe them down. And you guys know I love using the Method wood cleaner and the almond scent. It is by far my favorite. It smells so good, and it really does get off the stuck on food and like gunky stuff really well. I find that Pledge or like some other wood cleaners, the like really shiny ones, they just kind of like put a layer on top, and I don't know, I feel like the Method cleaner really like soaks into the food that's on the cabinets, and it helps it like come loose and come off a lot easier. I don't know, that's just my opinion. So I really love using this. But after I got done wiping down the cabinets, it was time to clean the floors. I did want to mop in here because there was just like some sticky spots that needed my attention. So we're gonna get it all cleaned up from the top all the way down to the floor.
I'm in love with all your lights and your colors. I'm in love with all your nights. But you've kept me far away from my focus, and to my heart I cannot lie. Stars, made of stars, up above, made to fall. Stars, counting stars, and they guide me through the dark. Lonely days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss, life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold, turning off the cruise control and take the long way home. Moving on was never harder with knowledge.
Now it's time to head into my dining room nook area. These chairs needed to be moved because the floor was filthy underneath of there. So we're gonna get all the trash cleaned up, all the crumbs, and then I also want to shampoo my fabric chairs. You guys know I have to do this every probably few weeks or so because the kids always touch them with their dirty hands, and then I get new little stains. So I love to shampoo them every once in a while. It takes it right off and really does leave my chairs looking brand new again.
I'm going for the gold, turning off the cruise control and take the long way home. Only days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. But I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss, life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold.
Now it's time to shampoo my chairs. They are looking pretty rough.
And take the long way home.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you.
So I have the Revolution Preheat 2X by Bissell. I love this shampooer. I think it works great, but I will have to say the attachments are super messy. Like when I get done, my floor is always covered in a puddle of water, which I'm not sure if that's like a standard thing with carpet shampooers, because I've only owned one other shampooer before this and it never had the handheld thing, so I have no idea. Let me know if you guys have a different model and if it also makes like a big mess on the floor, because I don't know if that's like normal or not, but I mean, it works great. It gets the job done. That's what I'm, mainly use it for. And it was funny, we were actually shampooing one of the kids' beds recently. They had spilt something on their mattress and I went to go shampoo it, and I like held down the button to squirt the water on the handle, and it shot literally horizontally right into Aubrey's face. And she was like freaking out. She was like, "Oh, it's getting me wet." And I was like, "What?" Like, I don't know why, but the first few minutes when I pressed the button, it was shooting completely sideways. It was so funny. Like, it was hilarious, but also it was really making a mess. So I don't know what was going on. It was crazy, but it does work great at taking out all of the nasty stuff in the chairs. And I love this shampooer because it does heat the water up while you're cleaning, so I think it helps it just like get a deeper clean.
But you're off my radar now. I'm like an outcast from pillar to post. There's no denial, I'm chasing ghosts. I'm like an outcast from pillar to post, hitting you up but I'm stuck on hold. Is it really a bad reception out there? Where are you heading? Why ain't gravity pulling you in closer to me? Yeah, I lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I lost you, yeah, I lost you, telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. I lost you, I lost you.
So like I said, I typically have a puddle when I get done shampooing, so I just wanted to quickly mop up all the water, clean the floors really well, and then we are done in the kitchen. But don't click away just yet, because I am going to share that super amazing recipe with you guys.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what.
Time has definitely got beside me because I can't believe it's already 4:50. I'm usually well into cooking dinner by now, but I thought today I would go ahead and share tonight's recipe. It is an amazing one. It's actually a HelloFresh recipe, but I bought everything to make it at home, so I thought I would share it with you guys because it's honestly so good. It's Firecracker Meatballs, and then on the side you have green beans and rice. So I'm gonna quickly show you guys what you're gonna need and how to make it. So all the ingredients you will need is ground beef. I'm using 2 packs since we have a big family. You're gonna need some scallions, a thumb of ginger, sour cream, mayonnaise, sriracha, honey, soy sauce, panko crumbs, and I'm gonna be using jasmine rice on the side. And you're supposed to bake these with the meatballs, but I'm gonna actually steam mine since they're in a steaming bag, and it would just be a lot quicker and easier for me. I'm all about making things simpler when possible. So I'm gonna keep these in the fridge until I'm ready to steam them, but I'm gonna show you guys what you do to make these delicious meatballs. So first you want to get your rice going. I'm sure you guys know how to make rice, so do your typical thing. You're going to preheat your oven to 425 degrees, and then you want to start chopping up your veggies. You're going to trim your scallions with leaving the greens in one pile and then leaving the whites in a separate pile because they're going to be used differently. Then for your ginger, you want to go ahead and like shave off the top of it. You don't want like the outside of your ginger, you just want the inside. So go ahead, peel your ginger, and then you're going to mince it up really small into a separate pile.
your eyes. I don't know
Then you
how
want to
it
go ahead
feels
and
like
grab a
I'm drunk
bowl.
on
We're going to be combining the mayonnaise, sour cream, honey, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, and your sriracha. You can also add extra sriracha if you want it a bit more spicy. I went a little less just because the kids were going to be eating it and I didn't want it too spicy for them. So once you have everything in there, you're going to mix it up really well, and then you're going to set that aside because this is going to go on top of your food once it's all fully cooked. Now go ahead and grab a large bowl. You're going to be combining your beef, your panko crumbs, your scallion whites, your ginger, and then the remaining soy sauce, and then also salt and pepper to your liking. You're gonna mix this up really well, and then once it's nice and combined, you're gonna roll them into balls. If you're doing 1 pound of beef, it should make roughly about 10 to 12, or like mine, I did 2 pounds and mine made, I believe in total it made like 22. So it makes quite a bit if you double the recipe. So of course, just go by your size of family. And then once you have them all nice and formed into balls, you're going to put them onto a flat pan, and you can either do your green beans in the oven on the pan with your meatballs. That's what the recipe calls for. Or like me, you can steam them or boil them on the stovetop, whatever you prefer. But you will bake this at 425 degrees for 14 to 16 minutes. You just want to check your meatballs and make sure the internal temperature is at least 160. And then that's it, you guys. They are seriously so good. I do rice at the bottom, and then I add my green beans and meatballs on top, and I drizzle it with the sauce, and oh, it's seriously so good. You have to try it. Let me know if you do. Alright, you guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed all of today's cleaning motivation, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really does help grow my channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join my YouTube family. I upload tons of cleaning motivation every single Sunday, and also throw in bonus videos. So make sure you turn on that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way YouTube knows to alert you every time I upload. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!